The woman who dropped my tray. I built this city. Every glass tower that catches the Manhattan sun has my name on it. Thompson Holdings. Tonight, we're celebrating my newest skyscraper, a monument to power, money, and my legacy. The chandeliers glitter like stars. Champagne flows like liquid gold, and the city's finest people hang on my every word. And then she drops a tray. Crystal shatters across my marble floor, the sound slicing through the music like a gunshot. 200 guests fall silent. Every head turns toward the mess, and toward her, the cleaner. A black woman, maybe mid-30s, frozen on her knees with a look that almost dares me to speak. I hate mistakes, especially in my events, especially from people like her. Careless, I mutter at first. But the whiskey in my blood, the thrill of attention, pushes me to do more. I raise my glass, voice echoing through the hall. If you can dance this waltz, I sneer, I'll marry my son to you. The crowd laughs. They always do when I perform. Jonathan, my son, shoots me that disapproving look again. The one that reminds me how soft he's become. Dad, you're being ridiculous, he whispers. But I ignore him. He still doesn't understand how the world works. Power is performance, and I'm the star tonight. Come on, I continue, walking toward the cleaner. You don't look coordinated enough to wipe a table, but maybe you can dance? Let's find out. The event manager tries to intervene, mumbling something about letting it go. I wave him off. I built this building. I own this night. I decide when it ends. The woman, Kesha, her name tag says, starts gathering shards of glass with shaking hands. But her eyes, they don't show fear. No, it's something colder, calculated, like she's studying me. Play a waltz. I call to the DJ. If she dances better than my wife, I'll keep my word. The heir to Thompson Holdings marrying the cleaning lady. Laughter erupts again, a wave of cruel delight, the kind of laughter money buys. She stands slowly, wipes her hands on her apron, and looks at me. Not with submission, but with calm defiance, the kind that stings. I accept, she says. For a second, the entire ballroom freezes. Even the orchestra stops. I blink, certain I misheard her. What did you say? I accept your challenge, she repeats, her voice slicing through the air like a blade. But when I dance better than your wife, you'll keep your word. The crowd gasps, then bursts into laughter. She's bold, too bold. Inside, I'm amused. This is perfect. The night just got interesting. What she doesn't know is that no one challenges William Thompson III and walks away proud. I gesture grandly to my wife, Victoria, the pride of Manhattan ballroom circles. 50 years old, perfectly polished, with years of trophies and lessons that make her untouchable in these social circles. Darling, show her how it's done, I say, my voice dripping with amusement. She steps onto the polished dance floor with that practiced elegance that screams privilege and wealth. She knows the steps. She knows the attention. But this is nothing she hasn't done before. I'm confident she will destroy this upstart. Kesha stands at the edge of the floor, her posture restrained, almost casual. I can see her hands trembling slightly, but there's a strange composure in her eyes, a calm that unnerves me. It doesn't matter. She's a cleaner, a nobody in this world of gold and grandeur. She's here to entertain us, and she will fail. Jonathan, I bark, ignoring my son's worried expression. Get your camera. I want to remember this. A cleaning lady thinking she can dance in front of Manhattan's elite. Priceless! The DJ hesitates, confused, but I command him again. Play the waltz from the top. And place your bets, gentlemen. 500 on my wife. 1,000 if anyone dares bet on the employee. The bets are placed with greedy laughter, echoing across the hall. I revel in the spectacle. Nothing is more entertaining than watching someone of lower status squirm under the weight of expectation. Victoria moves with precision, performing her routines like clockwork, polished, expected, rehearsed. I nod approvingly, sipping my champagne. This is perfect. The night is mine. Then Kesha starts moving. Subtle at first, almost imperceptible to most. But I notice it because I've spent my life noticing things. Every step, every adjustment, every subtle shift in balance. And then it hits me. The way she stretches before stepping fully onto the floor. The way she aligns her body, her fingers, the faint arch of her back. These are not the movements of someone who's danced as a hobby. What the hell? My amusement turns to curiosity, and curiosity quickly spirals into disbelief. She moves with grace, fluidity, a command of her body that seems impossible for someone who should be terrified, for someone who has nothing to lose. The whispers start among the guests. Some murmur about her poise, others scoff, unable to reconcile what they see with what they expect. I can feel Jonathan shifting uneasily behind me. He's not laughing, and suddenly I realize he's seeing it too. The impossible truth. She knows how to dance. Not just dance, but perform. Command attention. Own the room. I glance at Victoria, expecting triumph in her eyes. She's startled. For the first time tonight, she looks unsure. My own laughter falters. A cold dread creeps into the edges of my mind. Kesha hasn't even started the full routine yet, and already the hall feels different. The room tilts on its axis, my authority wobbling. Who is this woman? Marcus, the security head, lingers near the edge of the floor. His discreet glance at Kesha tells me nothing, but something about his expression betrays awe. Admiration even. I dismiss it. Security loves spectacle. That's all. I raise my glass, trying to mask the first crack in my composure. Keep dancing, dear. Let's see how long you last, I taunt, thinking I am still in control. But a seed of unease has been planted. A cleaning lady, a shadow from the background of my glittering life, may just be about to steal the show. And for the first time tonight, I start to wonder. Have I underestimated her? I raise my glass, forcing a laugh, but it tastes bitter. The waltz begins again, and Kesha steps fully onto the polished marble floor. At first, her movements seem modest, almost shy. Certainly nothing that could threaten my carefully curated world. I relax slightly. She'll tire. She'll falter. This is still my moment. But then she begins to glide. It's subtle at first, a turn here, a tilt of her head there, but something in her motion arrests my attention. I've seen dancers before, the elite, the wealthy, the trained to impress. This is different. Every line of her body is a story, a memory of discipline and mastery. The whispers grow in the room. Guests lean forward, murmuring, their previous amusement replaced with disbelief. Victoria stiffens. I notice her jaw tightening, her usual confident smile faltering. She executes her practiced steps, but they now feel mechanical, rigid compared to Kesha's flowing elegance. Impossible, I mutter under my breath. She's good, too good. Kesha spins, a perfect pirouette adapted to the waltz. My stomach lurches. I sip my champagne, hoping it's a trick of my imagination, but no. Every step is controlled, precise, breathtaking. The cleaning lady is performing like a principal ballerina, her body perfectly synchronized with the music. I glance at Marcus, the head of security. His subtle nod, barely perceptible, confirms my growing panic. He knows what I don't want him to know. Jonathan, my son, stands silently, camera in hand, capturing every moment. His usual embarrassment is replaced with awe. Damn him, I think. He's actually impressed. But that doesn't stop me from trying to assert control. Keep dancing, Kesha. Let's see if you can finish without disaster. I bark, trying to mask the fear creeping into my chest. She doesn't flinch. She doesn't falter. Her eyes are calm, focused, a quiet storm of precision and confidence. Each movement pulls the room in. Gasps, wide eyes, murmurs of recognition. I can see them now. The patrons, the wealthy elite, shifting their allegiance from Victoria to Kesha. My carefully constructed world, where I dictate admiration, begins to crumble. Kesha lifts into a grand jet, soaring across the floor with a lightness that defies reason. Victoria stops mid-step, startled. I feel sweat prickling my brow, despite the cold air of the ballroom. This is unreal. The whispers spread. She knows these moves. These exact moves. My laughter, once easy and confident, now falters, choked by the realization that my bet, my cruel spectacle, is slipping beyond control. And then it hits me like a punch. This isn't just talent. This is genius, honed over years, once hidden in tragedy, now reborn in front of my eyes. A woman I assumed powerless, invisible beneath my notice, is shattering every expectation I ever had. My humiliation, public and undeniable, begins to form in slow, terrifying clarity. Who is she? I whisper to myself, and for the first time tonight, I feel fear, not for my wealth, not for my reputation, but for my pride. Kesha continues, each step a calculated reclaiming of the stage, each turn an assertion that I cannot control this. I glance at the crowd, their faces a mix of awe, shock, and disbelief. They are witnesses to my downfall, and I am powerless to stop it. I have created a monster of elegance, I think grimly. And worse, she has the entire room under her spell. The music swells, filling the vast ballroom with its elegant melody. My laughter has long since died, replaced by a tightening knot of dread in my stomach. Every turn, every leap Kesha executes is flawless, her control absolute. The crowd is mesmerized, hanging on every movement. I glance at Victoria. Her face is pale, the poise she had meticulously maintained now cracking under the pressure of Kesha's undeniable brilliance. I tell myself, she can't do this forever. But deep down, I know it's useless. I've underestimated her horribly, fatally. Each pirouette, each delicate arch of her foot exposes my hubris. I feel the heat of humiliation crawling across my neck. This is my doing, I realize. I created this spectacle, and now I am being destroyed by it. Then it happens. Marcus, the head of security, quietly holds up his phone, discreetly recording the entire performance. My pulse quickens. What is he doing? I try to look calm, but I know it's too late. The crowd begins whispering her name, recognition dawning. Kesha Marrow. Kesha Marrow. My stomach drops. I know the name. Legendary ballerina, principal soloist. Her career ended in tragedy, they said. And yet here she is, defying every rumor, every assumption I ever made. The audience realizes it too. Gasps ripple across the room. My carefully constructed arrogance crumbles like brittle glass. Kesha's final movement, a series of